On the African savanna, every encounter unfolds in a very different way, depending on the time, terrain, and the state of each species. There is no preset scenario for predator or prey, only instinct and reactions triggered in a fleeting moment. For hyenas, each situation is a continuous test, where they observe, approach, and wait for the opportune moment to act. Cheetahs are renowned predatory cats, known for their speed, slender build, and quick attack tactics. An adult female typically weighs between 75 and 120 pounds and relies heavily on open space to avoid conflict. When a cub is nearby, the cheetah's priorities shift. Immediately after the cheetah has subdued its prey, a hyena appears from behind and approaches. Under normal circumstances, the cheetah would choose to leave to avoid risk. However, this time the cub is right behind, leaving no room for retreat. The mother cheetah proactively advances, maintaining a short distance and applying direct pressure. This aggressive reaction slows the hyena down and then stops completely. After only a few moments, the hyena is forced to retreat from the area. The confrontation ended quickly. The hyena gained no advantage, and the cheetah kept its cub safe. In nature, when forced into a protective role, even the weaker species can prevail. African wild dogs are pack-hunting predators, small in stature but with great stamina. An adult typically weighs between 55 and 70 pounds, giving them no advantage in a direct confrontation. Their effectiveness depends on speed and continuous coordination. After securing their share of the prey from the leopard, the pack of wild dogs hadn't even settled into position when two hyenas appeared. They quickly closed in, forcing the wild dogs to retreat from the center of the food source. One hyena maintained distance to control its reaction, while the other focused on consuming the prey. As other hyenas arrived, competition erupted within the pack itself, revealing a clear social hierarchy. The wild dogs repeatedly tried to approach, but were unsuccessful. Faced with the hyena's incredibly strong jaws, capable of handling even hard bones, the pack of wild dogs was forced to retreat. The struggle ended quickly, demonstrating the hyena's clear advantage in such prey-stealing situations. Lions are large cats with superior strength, heavy bodies, and quick reflexes. A mature male lion can weigh up to 570 pounds, nearly 5 times the weight of a single hyena. Under normal circumstances, its mere presence is enough to keep other species at a safe distance. In the open areas near the edge of the savanna, that advantage is gradually challenged. A lone male lion finds itself surrounded by more than 30 hyenas. The hyenas don't all attack at once, but constantly move around, closing in and retreating in short bursts, maintaining pressure and forcing the lion to remain on high alert for an extended period. The lion stands firm. It rotates with each movement, maintaining a stable defensive posture. When a hyena ventures too close, the reaction is instantaneous. The lion counterattacked briefly, forcing the individual hyena to break free from the encirclement. Other hyenas advanced to support, but lacked the necessary coordination to reverse the situation. Tension gradually eased as the lion began a controlled retreat. It may have suffered physical losses, but it maintained its position and avoided chaos. The encounter ended without absolute dominance. In nature, numbers alone do not guarantee success without decisive coordination and a willingness to take risks. Leopards are solitary, agile predators that rely heavily on surprise. An adult typically weighs between 90 and 140 pounds, enough to take down prey larger than itself. The leopard's advantage lies in its ability to quickly gain control of space. As the leopard settles near its food source, two hyenas appear at the edge of the area. They don't immediately approach, but move slowly, gradually closing the distance. The pressure increases with each movement, forcing the leopard to move away from the center to avoid a direct confrontation. The leopard doesn't leave completely. It maintains its distance and observes, waiting for the hyenas to lose focus. However, in reality, hyenas have the upper hand in about 70% of prey fights with leopards. Each time the leopard attempted to get closer again, the hyenas reacted immediately, quickly ending the attempt. The tension persisted, but the situation remained unchanged. The hyenas continued to maintain control of the area thanks to their numbers and ability to sustain constant pressure. In these kinds of prey fights, the advantage belongs to the species that can stay present longer and react more quickly. Zebras are large, strong herbivores that rely on speed to maintain a safe distance. A mature individual can weigh over 700 pounds and is only truly safe when it can maintain a steady pace. When that ability is disrupted, the balance quickly shifts. A hind leg injury significantly slows the zebra. Its rhythm is broken, and the hyenas begin approaching from multiple directions, alternating between closing in and maintaining distance to maintain pressure. As more individuals arrive, the safe space shrinks, and the zebra's ability to defend itself diminishes moment by moment. The attack ends quickly. The zebra is no longer able to escape the pressure, and the hyenas gain a clear advantage. In the wild, when prey loses its ability to move, hyenas' persistence and collective pressure make them particularly effective. Wildebeest are large, herbivorous animals that move in herds and maintain a high level of alertness. A mature female typically weighs over 400 pounds and is capable of reacting very quickly to threats. When a young one appears, the mother wildebeest's entire behavior is focused on protection. The moment a young wildebeest lags behind the herd, the hyena immediately pursues and closes the gap. However, before the pressure escalates, the mother wildebeest turns and heads straight toward the predator. The reaction is swift and decisive, leaving the hyena no chance to continue. The chase ends almost instantly. The hyena retreats to avoid further risk, and the young wildebeest quickly returns to its mother. The herd continues moving as if nothing had happened. The encounter concludes with a clear outcome. The hyena fails, and the mother wildebeest keeps her young. In nature, maternal instinct is one of the strongest responses, powerful enough to force a predator to stop. Honey badgers are small, solitary animals that often move close to the ground. Their thick, tough skin and agile bodies help them withstand external pressure. From the outset, honey badgers don't seek to display strength, but rely on endurance and self-preservation. When several hyenas appear and form a circle, the tension increases with each movement. The honey badger remains in place, constantly turning to face the nearest threat, blocking all approaches. These attempts to get closer yield no clear results, and the hyena's advantage begins to diminish. The confrontation continues in silence before finally ending. The hyenas spread out and retreated, abandoning their ineffective attempt. The honey badger remained in the area, and the situation concluded in a familiar way. Becoming an unappealing target is sometimes the safest path to survival. On the vast savanna, the buffalo herd moves in tight order, each individual maintaining their familiar position. The calf is always positioned in the center of the formation, where the adults can observe and react promptly. The mother buffalo silently follows, acting as a protector when danger arises. When a calf slows down for a moment, the hyena immediately notices and attempts to close in. The distance narrows rapidly, creating clear pressure on the vulnerable calf. At that moment, the mother buffalo turns and charges directly at the predator with a decisive reaction. The sudden change causes the hyena to stop and retreat instantly. The chase ends before it escalates, and the calf quickly returns to the safe formation beside its mother. The situation concludes in silence. The hyena fails to achieve its objective, and the buffalo herd continues its steady rhythm. In nature, a mother's timely response is often enough to end a threat in its inception. On the African savanna, hyenas don't survive because of overwhelming strength, but because of their ability to adapt to specific circumstances. In each encounter, they assess the risks, test their opponent's reaction, and choose the right moment to advance or retreat. In the natural world, this is how a species not at the top of the power chain can maintain its enduring presence over time.
In the harsh savanna, every creature must define its place. The lion is not just a hunter, but an order maker. From confrontations with hyenas and wild dogs to crocodiles and buffalo, every move carries a message of control. This is a journey not just of instinct, but of strategy, strength, and the true limits of survival. Lions are more than just hunters. They are symbols of power in the savanna, where every blade of grass and every stream holds strategic significance. A mature male lion can control a territory of over 100 square miles, where the females raise their young and hunt. But this dominance doesn't come naturally. It must be maintained through presence and strength. When a lion enters a new area, its scent, roar, and footprints are its way of asserting ownership. But when the boundaries are challenged by other lions or predators such as hyenas, leopards, or African wild dogs, conflict can erupt. In such moments, the issue isn't just about prey, but about who gets to live in this land. Lions don't rush into any battle randomly. They observe, analyze the number of opponents, assess the timing of their reaction, and only act when the advantage is clear. Because in the savanna, there is no room for error. A minor injury can render one incapable of hunting and mean defeat in the fight for survival. African wild dogs are highly organized predators with pack structures of up to 20 individuals. Each individual weighs only 50 to 70 pounds, but thanks to their coordination, speed, and splitting tactics, they can take down prey many times larger. In a state of excitement when hunting or defending their territory, the pack of dogs often becomes agitated, barking loudly and moving around constantly. This noise sometimes creates openings, and that's when lions act. Without warning or prolonged stalking, a mature male lion can approach silently from a close distance, choosing the right moment when the pack is off guard. With a single pounce, the pack disperses. One individual is caught. Lions don't pursue relentlessly. The goal isn't to kill, but to disrupt, pressure, and reassert control of the area. With a weight of nearly 400 pounds and superior muscular strength, lions don't need much proof. A well-timed appearance is enough to change the order. In the savanna, not every attack is aimed at prey. Sometimes it's just a clear reminder. Who's in charge? Spotted hyenas are highly organized predators in the savanna. An adult weighs around 140 pounds and possesses a powerful bite, but their formidable strength lies in their numbers, with packs of 10 to 30 individuals. They compete for food, territory, water, and ecological status. The relationship between lions and hyenas is a long-standing rivalry spanning generations. When a mature male lion, weighing nearly twice as much as a hyena, enters their territory, a warning signal is sounded. The hyena pack quickly gathers, moving rapidly, barking loudly, and closing in to exert pressure.
Should we stop it?
Lions don't react hastily. They stand still, observing the movement, maintaining composure. When an individual crosses the line, a surprise pounce occurs. A bite force of over 650 pounds can incapacitate an opponent in an instant. However, physical strength isn't their only weapon. The lion's assertive posture, resolute gaze, and deep growl are enough to make hyenas hesitate. Many encounters end without a fight. The lion's mere presence is enough to restore order. Nile crocodiles are one of Africa's oldest predators, averaging 500 to 1,200 pounds in weight and potentially exceeding 16 feet in length. They launch surprise attacks from underwater with powerful bites, posing a significant threat in freshwater environments. However, their heavy and slow bodies make them vulnerable to being overpowered when outside their familiar habitat. During the dry season, when water levels drop significantly, the distance between crocodile hunting grounds and lion territories narrows. Clashes begin to occur at the river's edge, where crocodiles lose their advantage, while lions gain the upper hand due to the dry terrain. When lions swim by, they become potential targets because they lose agility, and crocodiles can attack from below. But when crocodiles come ashore, the roles are reversed. A careless young crocodile approaches a resting pride of lions. A lioness spotted the crocodile and silently approached. The crocodile reacted slowly, and with a single pounce, the lioness dragged the animal away from the water's edge. The attack ended quickly. The lioness retreated after eliminating the threat. The strong choose the right terrain. Water belongs to the crocodile, but land is where the lion reigns supreme. That's the harsh lesson of the savanna. Recklessness in the wrong place can cost lives. Leopards are solitary animals, weighing only 80 to 150 pounds. They are excellent climbers, quick-witted, and capable of independent hunting. However, their lack of group behavior makes them more vulnerable in confrontations. There is no direct animosity between lions and leopards over prey, but rather conflicts over shared living space and resources such as water sources, resting places, or breeding grounds. When a leopard approaches an area controlled by a lion, it can be considered an intrusion. Lions don't need speed to attack. They employ a strategy of controlling space, narrowing the escape route, and gradually increasing pressure. As the distance narrows, leopards often react defensively by lowering their bodies, raising their claws, and maintaining a warning gaze not to attack, but to defend. In one particular encounter, the leopard was resting near a rocky outcrop. A male lion approached from multiple directions, blocking its escape route. High speed wasn't necessary. A single lunge was enough to force the leopard out of its familiar position. There were no injuries in the confrontation, but the outcome was clear. The leopard retreated, and the lion retained control. In a harsh environment like the savanna, victory often lies not in attacking, but in forcing the opponent to retreat. Zebras, weighing an average of 770 pounds, are a common target for lions. They are fast, have quick reflexes, and possess excellent observational skills. Their black and white stripes are not only a distinguishing feature, but also help them blend into the herd, especially effective in changing light conditions. From a high mound, a lioness observed the zebra herd from a distance. When a young zebra separated from the herd and entered open ground, they began to approach. Two lions circled around the front, while another approached from the side. The zebra detected the movement and immediately turned to run towards the herd. But the distance was too close. A pounce from the side threw it off balance. Despite trying to get up, it was quickly pulled down. Behind, several members of the herd stomped their feet, creating a loud noise, an attempt at distraction, but the lions had the upper hand. The ambush was successful. Speed is not enough to save the day when the situation has spiraled out of control. Patience, tactics of splitting up, and silent coordination are what make lions the ultimate predators on the African savanna. African buffalo, weighing up to 1,500 pounds, are one of the most dangerous prey lions ever face. Their powerfully curved horns and unpredictable temperament make every attack high risk. But buffalo are also a high-energy food source, especially during the dry season when resources are scarce. A pride of lionesses spotted a herd of buffalo approaching a watering hole. Instead of ambushing them, they waited until the herd split up. A single individual at the back lost their rhythm. That was the signal. Two lions rushed out to block the front, while a third approached from behind. The mother buffalo reacted fiercely, charging to rescue her, but was held back by another lion. The struggle continued under thick bushes. The buffalo fought back with butts, but the lions had the advantage of coordination and persistence. After a few minutes, the young buffalo was exhausted and dragged down. However, the situation quickly changed. The entire herd of adult buffaloes turned back, not abandoning their kin. With collective strength and solidarity, they counterattacked fiercely. The lions lost the initiative and were forced to retreat. The attack failed. The final lesson was clear. Strength comes not only from a solitary attack, but from the ability to stand together when challenged.
Fighting.
The lion's dominance stems not only from strength or brute force, but from its ability to impose order in a world of constant chaos. From hyenas to crocodiles, from buffalo to zebras, each confrontation is a test of limits. In the savanna, only those who understand the right time and place can maintain their position.